favor of change. Let's just move away from certain bovine topics, right?
No, I didn't start it.
I understand.
I didn't start it.
So let me just ask you. So since you seem to have a fundamental problem with the concept and idea of a Hindu Rashtra, and I'm assuming that you have a problem with it after understanding what it is about, could you please explain for my understanding and for the audience's understanding as to what do you understand by the word Rashtra? How is it the same as Rajya, or is Rashtra is it different from Rajya, or is it the same as Rajya? Could you please explain that for us?
You see, the word nation has been used.
अगर आप चाहें तो हैदराबादी उर्दू में भी बात कर सकते हैं, सर.
The word nation has been used in the preamble.
No, I'm talking about Hindu Rashtra.
No. I'm happy with that.
Right.
Now,
You're happy with that? Okay.
When you talk about Hindu Rashtra, then you go to the Savarkar's ideology, what he wrote, that Muslims and Christians do not believe, because India is not a holy land, or their Putra Bhumi or Matru Bhumi, right? Yeah, exactly, that is there. When you talk about Hindu Rashtra, then you go back to what Golwalkar said in 1930s. He said that if Muslims have to live in India, they should be denied citizenship right, which one step has been taken under CAA now. When you talk about Hindu Rashtra, it was the RSS, let me answer, or you can come and sit here.
I would request members of the audience to maintain decorum, and trust me, all questions will be asked. Please.
It is the Hindu Rashtra, when you ask Hindu Rashtra, is that it took RSS, after it was banned, to accept in writing that they will accept even the national flag. When the national flag came out, there is an article signed by RSS people in organizer that they say we do not believe in these three colors because it is inauspicious.
It still doesn't answer my question as to
I'm explaining to you.
According to
I am explaining, sir.
What is Rashtra according to you?
That is what is Rashtra. To change India's diversity, to change India's pluralism, and to make it a nation of one religion, wherein one religion has domination, to change the basic structure of the constitution. That's it.
May I?
Please.
Do you agree that in English there's a distinction between nation and country?
I am speaking about in the Indian context. No, I am speaking about Indian context.
Very straightforward question.
No, I am straightforward giving an answer.
There's a distinction between nation and country?
I am giving you a straightforward answer in relation to India.
Right.
I am giving you that answer. I am not concerned about what Her Majesty the Queen does.
Fine. So let me ask this question. When it comes to interpretation of non-Hindu religions in India under law or in any of the Islamic seminaries, which book which traces its origins to India is relied upon for interpretation of either Islamic law or Christian canon law? I'm trying to ask myself this simple question, since you're saying...
No, please explain to me
आपके लिए और थोड़ा मैं simple कर देता हूँ.
कर दीजिए.
जब आप फतवा जारी करते हैं, and I'm using the word fatwa as a legal finding, a judicial finding, not in the negative sense. Okay?
It is an advisory. It's not a
no
judicial,
problem.
It's an advisory.
चाहे वो advisory
Supreme
हो या
Court has
binding
said
हो, जो
it's
कुछ भी.
advisory.
ठीक है. So the question is, भारत के कौन से book में से आप अपने, let's say, interpretation को ढूंढते हैं? My point is, everything that relates to Islam necessarily comes from a book and commentaries which do not originate in India. Would that be a correct statement to make?
You're absolutely wrong.
Oh, please tell me.
You don't know.
Sahih al-Bukhari was authored in India.
Do you know Fatwa Alamgiri?
Go ahead,
Fatwa
please.
Alamgiri?
Oh, so you use Fatwa Alamgiri to actually...
Listen to me. Where was Fatwa Alamgiri written?
No. The question is, when you issue a fatwa, do you use the Quran or what are you using?
Are you debating with me or an anchor?
I am asking you a straightforward...
I'll answer.
I am asking you a straightforward question.
I am answering you in a straightforward way. Please listen to me. You have...
Should I rephrase the question for you to understand it better?
I understood where you're coming from.
Answer, please.
Do you believe that the Islamic law is only Quran and Sunnah? No. You're absolutely wrong.
Go ahead, please explain.
No, it is not.
Right.
It is Quran, it is Sunnah,
right.
It is the judicial or the fatwas given. It is Sunnah is Hadith only.
Hadith only.
Then you have schools of thought.
Right.
Hanafi, Shafi'i, Maliki, Fiqh. Then you have Fatwa Alamgiri. There are so many books.
So these schools of thought, what is the basis of the schools of thought? Is the
every religion, every school of thought.
Right.
Basically,
has the audience understood the question? Okay, great.
No, listen.
Yes, please.
Fantastic.
Right.
Majority of Indian Muslims are Hanafis.
Okay.
We follow Fatwa Alamgiri.
Okay.
And that protection, where it comes from? Article 26,
Okay.
isn't it?
And what is the basis of Fatwa Alamgiri?
Fatwa Alamgiri is the opinion of the Islamic scholars who were born in India,
Based on what?
based on Quran and Sunnah,
Thank you.
and also advice.
Thank you.
Also, listen, no.